Welcome. In this session, we are going to discuss market basket analysis, which has been developed using big data, Hadoop, PHP, MySQL, and various other programs. Now let's get started. First of all, we'll browse to the website miningtool.india.sh, wherein we have hosted our project. Name of the project is Mining Tool, and here we have a login section. Before proceeding, we are going to register an account on Mining Tool. To register, we are going to specify a username and password. In this case, I would like to take username as Rohit and password as ABCDE. We are going to register for this website. Once registration has been done, we'll be able to proceed to login, and we are going to perform analysis on the dataset provided. Once we're done, we'll reach to login section, wherein we are going to specify our username and password. And let's say the username is Rohit and password is ABCDE. We are going to click on login. Once we log in, we reach to Mining Tool jobs section, wherein we can process MapReduce jobs using Hadoop. In order to proceed, we have two sections. One is intelligent mode mining. Once we click on intelligent mode mining, you can see that we cannot choose a file, we cannot set replication factor, we cannot set function names directly. These three sections belongs to advanced mode. As soon as we click on advanced mode, this choose file section, replication factor, setting of function name can be used. Now what we would like to do, first of all, we like to get started with intelligent mode mining, wherein we are going to take a data set. We can take data set in three formats. Either we can take a data set from a URL, we can upload a data set from our machine, or we can specify name of an already existing data set. At the moment, since I have created a new login account, I don't have any existing data set available. So first of all, I would like to take a standard data set, and we are going to process that. The standard data set is available on the website bazaaronwheel.us.2, which provides us an analysis data set, and it is hosted on this URL groceries.txt. Once we reach to this, you can see that we have a transactional data set available. On one single line, we have multiple products which has been purchased in one single cart. So now let's say we have on cart 1 we have citrus fruit, semi-finished bread, margarine, ready soups, these have been purchased, and so on. So now what we like to do, we're going to process this, we're going to copy, we'll proceed to our mining tool, we're going to paste the URL, and once the URL has been pasted, now we have to ignore both of these options. Now we'll proceed to advanced mode mining or intelligent mode mining. So on intelligent mode mining, we cannot choose MapReduce jar file. We will be using the predefined code which has been written for market basket analysis. Replication factors will be automatically set to 1, and package name will automatically be taken in intelligent mode. We just need to specify the output directory name wherein we are going to get the results. So let's say this is my first input process, so I would like to specify like the output directory should be output 1. Now we are going to click on process, and once process has been started, you can see that we are connecting to mining tool india.sh. The dataset file will be downloaded on the machine and processing will be started. Once processing is done, we are going to receive a user interface wherein we will get all the technical specification and results generated using intelligent mode mining. In order to do that, once the process is complete, now you can see that the replication factor was set to 1 automatically. We have got a new file known as groceries.txt, which has been downloaded from internet and has been stored into a directory input Rohit groceries.txt. Now what next we have is this function has been used by default, which is process a priori a, which has been coded by us in Java programming language for mapping and reducing. We are going to understand the algorithm behind this process a priori a class as soon as we progress further. An output directory has been created with the name output1, and MapReduce process have been performed. Now here you have the MapReduce data which has been processed as per server time. Now what next we have here is total input paths have been supplied. Now we have, you can see that a job has been started, a job has been running, then mapping and reducing has been done, and finally job has been completed. Once the job has been completed, we have some specific counters. and these counters are like file system counters, job counters, and there are many other counters which are available. These counters can be used for analysis using R programming in order to identify differences between single node, multi-node, cluster analysis. Now as soon as we progress further, here we get the final output, which is our MapReduce output, which has been generated using intelligent mode mining on the dataset provided. And here it specifies, if somebody buys bottled water, it is a high probability that he will be buying whole milk as well, and the probability for buying whole milk has this confidence. So this is how, if somebody is buying citrus fruit, they may be likely to buy other vegetables as well. If somebody is buying domestic eggs, it is a probability that whole milk could also be bought. If somebody is buying other vegetables, it could be possible that sour cream can be bought with this percentage of confidence. People buying rolls and buns can also buy soda. People are buying tropical fruit, they'll definitely buy other vegetables or something like this. If somebody is buying yogurt, they will be identifying other vegetables. So some of these top options has been identified with the confidence value which has been generated. So this is the intelligent mode mining which has been done. Now as soon as we progress further, let's say if we have defined another code and we want to proceed to advanced mode mining, we can simply select advanced mode mining, wherein we can supply our custom functions and we can regenerate output. So in order to do that, let's say since I have already used the groceries dataset, I'm going to click on show existing dataset, and here it is specifying me that within my directory input Rohit groceries.txt is available. So I'm going to specify name of my groceries.txt file, which I'm going to process, and this time I'm going to use a customized MapReduce jar file. The code has been written in Java, and the code which we'll be using is mr_a_priori2.jar file, which has been coded and compiled. Once it is done, we are going to set a replication factor to somewhat like 3 in order to make use of multi-node clusters. Now we have to specify package names, and the package.function has to be specified. So once we have written the Java code, the package name was mining tool, and within that package name we have a class known as process a priori a. This process a priori a class is available within the jar file which we have selected, and now we have to specify the output directory. So I would like to specify, say, output directory should be 2. So once we have specified the technical information of analysis to this mining tool, now we can simply click on process and we can wait for processing to be completed and result to be generated. Now in this case you can see that our MapReduce jar file upload has been successful. We have uploaded the file to Hadoop file system, and this was groceries.txt which was already available, and it displays file already exists. Now we have the application factor set to 3, which means we will be using 1 master node and 2 child nodes. Function we have used is mining tool.process a priori a. This mining tool.process a priori a class belongs to our new jar file which we have uploaded. Output will be generated in output2 directory. Once the code has been executed, mapping reducing has been done. We have got some file system counters which have been identified. Once file system counters has been identified, you can see that we have got around 491 bytes written, and here we have some code written. This was for that we have got some other vegetables. If somebody is buying other vegetables, it could be a possibility that he will be buying bottled water with this confidence, and this was the hit count. So you can also get the hit count of the number of products which have been purchased, and this is how you can perform mapping and reducing over market basket analysis, and you can generate association rules with a specific confidence value and the number of hit counts which has been generated. So this is how we have got all the technical specifications of big data which has been processed. Once we have got this processing, we can make use of these factors like total time spent by map jobs, total time spent by reduced jobs, and we can perform an analysis using R programming on these factors, and we can generate graphs, and we can identify differences between what is being done once you use single node cluster, multi-node cluster, or a multi-node cluster with more number of instances. So this is how we have analyzed our market basket analysis. A dataset has been taken from a third-party URL, which is our website bazaaronwheel.us.2. We have got this groceries.txt file. This is our instance configuration wherein Dev master is the master node and we have two child nodes, which is child 1 and child 2. All these three machines have big data installed in it, and Dev master has access rights to connect to child 1 and child 2 to process data nodes. So this is how processing has been done. Now in order to proceed to technical specifications, you can see that once we are going to understand the server side code first. As soon as a user log into a machine, he will reach to this page hadoop.php, wherein we are going to take important parameters like the data set which we want to take, and then MapReduce section in which we will be supplying our jar file, replication factors, function names, and the output directory in which the output has to be generated. Now once we are done with this, we'll proceed to this file upload file.php, wherein we have written our business logic for big data mining. So now what we will be doing, we have taken the data set here, we have uploaded the data set. Once the data set has been uploaded, this is the upload code for uploading a data set over our HDFS. Once the data set has been uploaded, we can specifically download all these things. Once it is done, now we are going to download the data set from a URL using this code, and we are going to specify the jar file as well. Once the jar file, which will be used for processing the data set, has been uploaded, we are going to identify whether we are in the advanced mode or else we are into intelligent mining mode. So if we are into advanced mode, we will be taking replication factors, function name, directory name from the user, and else we will be taking replication factor as 1, mining tool.process a priori, and the directory name will be the post directory name which we will be taking. Now once it is done, we will upload files to Hadoop file system using this following command, hadoop fs-put, and we are going to put these values into an upload directory, and within that upload directory we have a directory with respect to the username of the account with which we are logged in, and we are going to upload the data set. Once it has been done, we will be identifying the file from this directory, and we are going to upload that into the / directory of HDFS file system. Once it is done, we are going to get a list of files uploaded. Then we are going to set the replication factors. Set the replication factors can be simply set using setrep option using HDFS command. Once these replication factors are set, now we can identify whether we are into advanced mode. If we are into advanced mode, we are going to take that custom jar file which we have uploaded. Otherwise, if we are into intelligent mode, automatically we will be using this mining tool.jar code which has been uploaded into this directory upload, and we are going to take the function name from the user, and this function name is a default function name which is mining tool.process a priori a class which has been predefined, and this is the name of the class which has been defined here. Once this has been done, output will be generated. We are going to read the output and we are going to display the output using fgets. Once the output has been displayed, we are done. We can get started with a new job, or we can simply click on log out. Now we'll proceed to Java section of this analysis. So here what we have did is, we have created a package known as mining tool, and within this we have created a class known as process a priori, in which we have two nested classes known as emapper and eReducer. So these are these two classes which will help us in mapping and reducing the jobs. So first of all, we'll go to main function, wherein we are going to create a new job configuration, and job configuration has been made using process a priori a class. We have set the job name, we have set output key and output value classes, we have set output key and value classes again, map output and output key has been set, we have set mapper class, we have set combiner class, we have set reducer class, and we have specified the input format of the data and output format of the data. Once these are identified, we have taken the input path and we have specified the output path wherein we are going to store the output, and finally we have executed job configuration. Once this job configuration has been executed, our map method will be called, wherein we are going to map the data. So we are going to read the data set and we are going to split it using tab. Once the tab has been splitted, we are going to store that into an items array. We'll look through all the items and we are going to find out if the singletons contains that key. We are going to put that item, or we are going to get the item, or else we are going to put in 0. So we are going to make a list of singletons first, and next we are going to create pairs. So we are going to again split with this. We are going to read first element, then we are going to read all other elements available in that cart ID, and all the elements will be identified with a specific support value. if they valid that confidence value or the support value, then entries for the pair will be done using new simple entry class, wherein we will be inputting item 1 and item 2, and we are going to check whether pairs already contains that. Then we are going to simply put in the pair count value, otherwise we are going to put in 0. Once we are done, we are going to identify frequent pairs using this list class. Then we are going to identify confidence using map function, and this is a map class in which we are going to get the confidence value in double format for the pair which we have specified. So we are going to get the double confidence information. Once we have got the confidence information, then we are going to get the top confidence from the list. Once we have got all the top confidence, we are going to get the collection, and we are going to display the associated products in form of this arg2.collect, wherein we are going to get the key, we are going to get the associated value or the product, and we are going to take the confidence value which has been identified. So once we are done with this, finally the value will be reached at reducer. In reducer, we are going to collect the key and values, and we are going to give that to the iterator and to the output section. And once the output has been collected, it will be displayed into a file known as part-00000, and we are going to read that data and we are going to display that on the web page. So this is how you can see that we have written our process a priori A code, which is our mapping and reducing. And once we are done, now you can simply proceed to the URL miningtool.india.sh and you can execute your code. Now all these files have been stored on var www.html, and you can see that the PHP code which has been written is specified here and is kept here. And now you can simply browse miningtool.india.sh and you will be able to access files. Once these files are accessible, you are going to perform big data analysis on the data set, and you can identify association rules over transactional data set using a priori algorithm. Thank you for watching.